Good morning, Satnam. Some days I'm early, some days I'm later. It is what it is, such as life. It goes, it flows. It's feeling really slow for the last couple of days. I don't know if it's a combination of full moon, integration of the training weekend, but or my moon cycle. It's just like slow moving, but still moving. So we are on day 28. 28. How awesome is that? Who would have thought it would be here already so soon? I'm just gonna cover my legs. It's a little chilly. All right, dedicating this practice to my awesome Viking. Whose birthday it is today. All right, bringing the hands into prayer mudra. Sitting up nice and tall. Allowing the breath to flow naturally and just witnessing it. Now let's take a deep inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om So just for your information, 28 equals 10, so 8 and 2. And 10 is the 1 and a 0, the feminine and the masculine, the creative part and a 0, nothing and everything, the balance of masculine and feminine, and the number of creation. So what would you like to create for yourself? What would you like 2022 be about for you? So yesterday was a full moon, which was the last full moon of the lunar cycle, but it was the first full moon of the calendar year. So it's interesting to see these different perspectives being offered, but I made a small ritual for myself from the book I recently bought called Moonology by Yasmin Boland, Moonology. And in that book, she details a ritual that you do for new moon, for full moon, and for yesterday's moon, which was pretty visible this morning as well. It was about letting go of that which you're ready to let go. It was also about forgiveness. Now, we touched on forgiveness in my training, and that was kind of like, oh, snap. How long am I going to be holding on to that? And so I included the forgiveness part of that meditation into ritual yesterday again. And then it was about healing. What is it within yourself? And I think when we forgive and we let go of something, that's part of healing. We're making space for something new, and then at the same time kind of setting your vision on what is it you'd like to attract, what is it you're want to bring into your life. And full moons are about releasing and letting go, but also kind of just planting a seed on what is it you'd like to bring in. And yesterday I was just looking at the whole 2022. What are my habits that I could release that are no longer serving me? And forgiveness also stems from not just other people, it always starts with you. So what do I forgive myself? Certain things I do, certain things I say to myself, a certain way I treat myself sometimes. And so forgiving myself for those things. And I know it's, when I came to the spiritual path and I participated in full moon rituals, and quite often would write on an index card what I wanted to let go, what I wanted to manifest. And it's like, well, dang, it's not here yet. It's not here yet. And I now realize that, speaking of forgiveness, you could write it one full moon after another, one full moon after another. And even though I was able to visualize whoever I needed to forgive, whoever I, in that pink light and floating in a pink cloud and visualizing our connection being mended, it's like still there, there's still residue. And I don't honestly know how long it's going to take. I think it's different for everyone. I don't believe in a premature forgiveness, like just intellectualizing. It's like, oh, I've moved on. I forgot. I've just cut cords and I'm done. I think it's more of a sensory thing. I think we begin to feel when we know that there is this openness and there's this space because we finally let go. There's this lightness. And yesterday, as I was writing a list, and a lot of it has to do with my family. So it's distant relatives and connections that have been severed because of the choices I made in life that were not approved of based on religious, cultural beliefs. But that's how I am. I'm an indigo child, a rebel. I do not conform to things that don't make sense to me. And at first I had to forgive myself for still being hopeful that the relationship could be mended. And at the same time, I am not ready or willing to let go of the hope that things could be better. So I just wanted to share with you, it's very powerful. And if you missed last night, you could still do it. The full moon is still very visible and the energies of it last for 2.5 days. So hopefully that will give you an opportunity to reflect on where you're at. So for our first meditation, we're doing the meditation for self-blessing through pranayama. It's 8 rapid inhales through the nose, 8 rapid exhales through the nose, and then suspension for 16 counts. And it's rather quickly, so it's not 1 count per second. It's 2 inhales per second. Your mudra is arching the arms like an arc, placing your arms like an arc overhead. Your gaze is looking down. You really try to hypnotize yourself with the rhythm of your breath. As you're inhaling, remember to mentally chant Sat Tat Nat Ma, Sat Tat Nat Ma, and then same thing on the exhale, and then same thing on the suspension of the breath. Okay, we're here for 11 minutes. Remember to press your shoulder blades down. Deep inhale. Exhale. And begin. Take a deep inhale, stretch your arms up, lean back, stretch your neck, tilting the head slightly back, lift up the root lock. Exhale, 2 more times. Remember to press your shoulders down and extend through the spine. I'm just resting here for a moment. Creating expanded space within your heart. And when you're ready, you could deeply inhale and exhale. You could try to stretch your legs out in front of you, wiggle them around just so they get some circulation going. And for our second meditation, for intuition, I was just thinking, if I were to offer this challenge at full times right off the gate, it would have been very discouraging and people would feel very defeated, especially if they're not a, habitual meditators or people that could sit still. But there is so much to uncover when we do something outside of our comfort zone. And so like for me, sitting down to meditate, say 8 years ago, was a true challenge. Oh my gosh. And I just didn't know the process. As soon as I would sit down, my mind would say, oh, you forgot to light the candle. So I'd get up, bring the candle, light it up, sit down, take a deep breath. Ooh, another thought comes in. Oh, you don't have a proper altar, or you need water, you need some incense burning. Okay, I get up, I get a glass of water, I come back with the incense, I light it up, I sit down. Again, take a deep breath. Oh, your space is dirty. You can't meditate. You got to clean up. You got to make your bed. You got to. That's exactly what was happening to me. So my mind was totally jerking me around. And then, of course, when I discovered the Kundalini Yoga practice, my mind was occupied by keeping a certain breath rhythm, by keeping a certain mantra going. So we had no time to boss me around. And I remember the first meditation at the end of the practice when the teacher said, inhale deeply. And I was like, what? Where was I? And that's why I gravitated towards this practice, because my mind's still busy with keeping the breath rhythm, keeping the mantra going, and yet I feel fully relaxed in my body. Even holding the arms like this, I feel fully relaxed. I feel like it's not even me holding the arms up. I feel like there's an invisible shelf and my arms are just resting. So I'm glad that the journey started gradually with 3 minutes for each practice, and we're now at target times for 11 and 16 minutes each, which, as somebody who meditates on a regular basis, about 31 minutes to an hour to 2 hours, it's 30 minutes is not small. So pat yourself on the back if you're journeying it with us from the beginning. Okay, so for our second meditation, the mudra is interlacing the fingers, thumbs are crossed, and the tips of the index fingers is right under the nose. The reason for that is that your gaze then becomes almost like the tip of the nose. And just relax your gaze. You don't have to hard stare at it. I've noticed that when you relax your gaze, the fingers start blending in and look like it's one finger. And you could also see a light color outline, which I believe that to be the color of your aura. But your gaze need to be really relaxed in order to see that. So just not chasing it, not identifying it, but just being aware of it. This is a 4-stroke breath for intuition. So we're inhaling through the O-shaped mouth and then exhaling powerfully through the nose in 1 stroke. So 4 counts in, sa, ta, na, ma, and then 1 stroke out. 16 minutes. If you need to adjust your body throughout, please do so. Let's inhale deeply. Exhale, set the shoulder blades down. Lower the gaze and begin. Now deeply inhale as you stretch your arms out to the side, palms facing up. Again, stretching through the arms, extending fully through the spine, lifting up the root log. Deeply inhale. Hold. Exhale, spreading the fingers wide, same stretch, same pull. Exhale. And bring your hands onto your lap. And holding the space, this magical space, and feeling into your heart space, dwelling in your third eye space, and having your entire body as a sensitivity vessel. What a beautiful space this is. Calm, peace, and insight. And when you're ready, take a deep inhale and exhale. Opening your eyes gently. And what I wanted to share is, even though we're working with this pranayama for intuition I feel is forms in different ways. It is the knowing the unknown and seeing the unseen, but it also cultivating the sensitivity in the body, being able to feel energies and sense energies, being able to drop into the heart, not so much into intellect working and rationalizing and logic, reasoning, but really focusing more on feeling as we're moving into, we're already there in the age of Aquarius. We need to cultivate the sensitivity in us. And I feel that the younger generations are showing us the way on how to do it. And so this practice just helps us to solidify it, I feel. So, sealing the practice with one long Sat Nam, inhaling deeply with a breath of gratitude for all the feelings, for all the energies coursing around you and through you. The precious breath. Inhale deeply again. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. I wish you a wonderful day. And I wish you to feel your emotions as they're being drawn out by this beautiful full moon. And I wish you an easy forgiveness, if there is such a thing. Sat Nam.